We have a full moon in Virgo, and it is right before we've got the equinox for spring happening in the northern hemisphere. So this is a very rich, potent time, and you may be feeling excited for what's next. The full moon always brings up more emotional energy, maybe very sensitive. You can feel all the change that's coming. The lunar nodes have just moved, and for the next year and a half, so we can feel that paradigm shift, underneath us, but not sure what it's bringing yet. And maybe still have that sense of overwhelm and feeling a lot of pressure because there has been so many planetary conjunctions bringing up just a lot of internal pressure that gets perceived as external pressure, and we've got to be able to manage that. Hi, I am Prema Gurreri, Vedic Astrologer, Business Oracle, and welcome to Chart Your Path. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. You won't miss any of my weekly updates and videos that way. And to help you to stay aligned and centered during this incredible time with so many planetary alignments, I had created a free alignment activation, and that's still available. Link is down below, and that'll help you to be able to walk through this energy and be able to hold center while doing that and release what you need to and open up to what's next. And if you don't know one of your Sacred Wealth Code Archetypes and you want to know what your highest value gifts are, and maybe a little bit about your shadow, take the Sacred Wealth Code Archetype free quiz. All the links are down below, also for my readings. The full moon in Virgo, in Vedic astrology, the sidereal zodiac, is on March 18th. It's just before the equinox, where we're turning into spring, where we've got that moment of balance of light and dark, but you can feel that push of life in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, you're going the other direction toward the dark part of the year. But we are feeling that, just like the spring tulips and the spring daffodils are just pressing up through the earth, like we can feel it's coming. Now there's a lot of change coming too, because the lunar nodes have just changed signs to Aries and to Libra, and we've got so many planets shifting in April. We're stepping into a new paradigm, and we're feeling that. So that can bring in a little bit of unsteadiness, but I want to help you to navigate this time for you and for your work in the world. So this is also a time where in India they celebrate the Festival of Holi. This is all about bringing in the light and the renewal. It's the festival of all the colors and throwing the colored paint and chalk, and that represents the expression of the beautiful flowers, the newness of life that comes through in springtime. Now, this is happening in Virgo, and Virgo is our sign of the details of life. It's sensitive. It rules healing, and it is a place of deep spirituality as far as a sensitive level and spiritual expansion. Now, on a detail practical level. So it's a place where we attend to the details of our vision personally and within your business, within your work, your mission in the world. And that's juxtaposed Pisces, where the sun is. Now we always have a full moon when the sun and the moon are opposite one another. So the moon being in Virgo and the sun being in Pisces at the end of the zodiac. Pisces is incredibly creative and transcendence and thinking out of the box, and where the veil is incredibly thin between the worlds, and there's a lot of dissolution happening. Transcendence happens when we dissolve. We dissolve this world. We dissolve what's not serving us, and we transcend to the next level. So this is a place of deep spirituality, which is not so much a place of this world. And so we're finding that balance between that spiritual expansion and then the details of life and the details of the world. So we have to be careful, though, with Virgo. It's calling us to manage the details of our greater vision, of our work in the world, of our spiritual life, and of, the day-to-day, but also that's the day-to-day within your business, like the structures and or your mission, your purpose in the world, the structures and the nitty-gritty of what needs to be done, but without getting lost in the details. And that's really important, because it's very easy to get lost in the details and then we lose the vision. So we've got to watch out for that during this time. It's happening in the nakshatra of Uttara Palguni, and this is where the star of patronage is. And that represents kindness and compassion for humanity. Ahriman helps us, which is the deity that rules this lunar mansion. Remember, a nakshatra, a lunar mansion, is within Virgo. It's within each one of the constellations, but it's a defined part of that constellation that brings it down to we're understanding the energy at a deeper level. It's one of the beautiful things about Vedic astrology. So Ahriman, as being the deity here, helps us to alleviate suffering for humanity. Now, we have humanity suffering in many ways at this particular time, and so this is really bringing in this level. But then what do you do with it? How can you contribute to alleviating the suffering for humanity through yourself personally, through your impact and your work in the world? And this is a question we've all been sitting very deeply with and maybe frustrated over. I've had some deep conversations with my clients and peers and such, but like, what do we do? Is praying enough? Is giving money enough? You do what you can do. And if you can get behind that with your energy and you know that this is what I can give, this is what I can do, then you are making a difference. And do understand that the peace you hold within yourself, instead of the frustration or the disappointment or whatever it may be, contributes to the collective peace that we have. So it's a time to pray for peace. It's a time to stand in for peace as well, and trust whatever you can do is the thing to do. And if you aren't philanthropic with your work in the world and with your business, it's a good time to be at whatever level you can. It all counts. So we're going to be attending to the details, as I've said, and this is also in Uttara Palguni, this part of Virgo. It is about marital happiness. It's a great place to a time to get married under this particular full moon. But let's break that down into another level. Shakti and Shiva, this is when they got married, the sacred masculine and the divine feminine. And this is, coming into unity within ourselves, in our own masculine and feminine energy, and as we work with that energy in relationships and out in the world. I have been, in my March update, I talked a lot about balancing the masculine and feminine energy, and that video link is down below as well. And we want to do this within ourselves because we've had this, not only with this full moon, but we've had this really strong push with Mars, the honorable warrior, and being with Venus, and that conjunction that was been for the last month is finally breaking apart, which is great, but we still have a very strong masculine drive right now. We're seeing that not expressed as sacredly in the world as we'd like it right now, but how can you within yourself balance that out? Are you pushing too much in your relationships? Are you pushing too much in your business right now? Maybe it's more time to lean back into some of the feminine qualities of connection, of compassion, of creativity, and opening up in that way. So really, where are you in your masculine, feminine balance within your relationships, but also within your the work that you do in the world, or your relationships within the work that you do, whether that's with your peers, whether that's with your mentors, or with your clients and customers. So you want to have that balance, and I'm saying still lean more into the feminine side of connection. And this full moon is really accentuating how we can come together and unity, that deep level of unity. And we cannot create unity together or within the world unless we've got that within ourselves. So it's time to let go of whatever is keeping you from that unity. First, we have to start with self, and that's where we connect with the source of our being, and then with others. And one of the best ways to do that is where do you need to forgive right now? Is it at home with yourself? When you forgive, you're dissolving the place where you have a reaction to whatever has happened in the past that you did not feel is right. You're not saying it was right, and a right act to do, but you're choosing to not have a reaction to separate from the source of your being, so that you can stay aligned and you can stay on path, on purpose, and on track. So this is an incredible time for this greater unity. So who do you need to forgive? You need to forgive yourself. Are there other things, other people that you need to forgive? Take the time for a forgiveness prayer. Take the time to write that down, to burn it, to let go and to release. You'll reclaim some of your energy and be able to move forward with what you want to move forward with. It's a great time of generosity, so it's a wonderful time to give. And our spiritual growth and expansion is happening here, along with our mental expansion. So how can you organize the details around your spiritual growth? Your practice. your spiritual practice? Where do you need to step back into your meditation and just kind of get down to the nitty gritty, maybe scheduling your mental, your mindset expansion. The more you clear the clutter from your mind, the more you're able to let yourself expand on that mental level and be able to reconnect with your vision or even create a new vision and then bring down some of the details. In bringing down the details, one of the best things you can do is just tune into what's the next inspired action for me to take. And whatever that inspired action is, what do I need to organize around that? What's the strategy I need to put? Do I need to put it on my calendar? Do I need to set a date for that blog I want to put out, for that free class I want to put out, or that new offering in some way? What is the inspiration coming for you? Wrap some structure around it without getting too enmeshed in the details, because what happens if you go too far into the details first, you lose the magic, you lose the essence, you lose the vision. That's the Pisces side of things, and you don't follow through. Or, you just get burned out. I know this well. I'm a Virgo ascendant, and I have to really watch this at a big level and not just dive into the details and forget about the vision. You have to play with those, just like the masculine energy, play with them both. It is a great time to be tuning in with where is the next quarter of the year? Where do you want to take your business? And what do you need to organize in order to steer it in that direction? And if you want support and help with that, where to take your business and with the energy for the whole year and map out your products, your services, whether you're starting a business or whether you already have a business, and your launch times, with intuition, with the energetics, with the astrology, then book an aligned entrepreneur deep dive session with me, and we will map that all out for you. And then if you're wanting to know where all this energy is taking you personally, a soul blueprint reading, again, and we'll map out all this energy and all these changes for the year for you. The links are all down below for that. Now, with the change of the nodes of the moon, I will teach more on this. I'll do a video, I'll do a class on this coming up. We've got this shift lasts for a whole year and a half, but the changes are going to be happening very differently. The axis of growth in your soul blueprint for you, changing into Aries and into Libra in Vedic astrology, wherever those land in your soul blueprint. We're going to be opening up into our individuality in some ways and how we lead more and are not such followers without falling into the ego side of things so much. And relationships are going to change, and we're going to have to let go of some things, and we're not going to be willing to be that people pleaser or to compromise so much in order to have relationships that are an equal energy exchange. So all of that is coming up here soon. So hold the course. Stay tuned in, stay aligned. Again, that free alignment class is there. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, give this a like, subscribe, leave me your notes below, leave me your comments below. Let me know what landed for you today, where you're feeling the changes, any comment you have, and anything else you want to know more about that you'd like me to create a video about that. I answer all of my comments here. All right, so much love to you.